Give him a Thanks, guys. Thank you. Is everybody all right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That was a lot bigger response than I thought I was going to get from that. I've been watching you from over there. You seem happy. Yeah, very happy. Very happy. A little tight. You're a little bit tight. But that's fine. That's okay. If you don't laugh much, I just had a bad day at work. It's totally okay. I've had a lot of bad days at work. Because I've had a lot of bad jobs. Some of you have had bad jobs. Yeah. So maybe some of what I'm going to tell you will carry over for the next few minutes. I'm not going to tell you how many minutes, though, because I don't want you thinking about that. I want you to think about your terrible jobs. I think the most terrible night I've ever had at work. Great, go ahead. Right when I'm about to set up the whole story, that's totally fine. Just about to, soft pitch the premise, the thing that it's all about, and there she leaves. That's fine. I'll talk loud enough she can hear me in the bathroom. There's no toilet paper and thin walls. All right, I think the most terrible night that I've ever had at work was the night that I was robbed at gunpoint and kidnapped. Surprise. It happened in Detroit. Most people know Detroit as the birthplace of Motown. It's also the birthplace of muggings, which is what I went through. It's almost like the computer has had a bad job, too. I know what you're talking about. People pick me up and talk to me. Okay, now you're getting lippy, all right? Come on, man. Still my time. Gosh, where was I in this thriller? Why I was in Detroit. Why would anybody be in Detroit? I don't know about anybody, but the only reason why I was in Detroit was to get a degree in acting. But instead, I dropped out of college, got a job as a line cook, and went through a traumatic experience. Robbed and kidnapped. I'm just making sure. Stay with me. When I first got the job as a line cook, my boss told me to use the parking structure across the street because it's the safest place late at night for criminals to commit their crimes. There's nothing safe about a parking structure. There are no security cameras in them. People don't build parking structures for safety. People build parking structures to hide bodies. I was very young and naive when this happened, okay? I was 19 years old, and I just never would have imagined that wearing an all-white uniform home from work would say to someone, hey, there's an easy target. It did. And if anybody ever gets a job at Johnny Rockets, my best piece of advice is don't wear home that little white hat. It's more like a really big green flag. So I'm at my car and I'm fumbling to get my keys out, and these two guys holding umbrellas and wearing ski masks approach my car. And it's so strange that they're wearing ski masks because it was the middle of summer and there's no snow. So I'm like, what are these guys doing? They're in ski masks. Maybe they need help. Are they lost? Are they looking for the slope? What's going on? And then they pull shotguns from inside the umbrellas.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw the gun, I was like, oh my God, please don't shoot. This is my only work shirt. I cannot get blood on this. Whoever makes uniforms for minimum wage workers, they've never worn one. Never. They're expensive and they're boxy. So I hand these robber guys my stuff, my wallet, my keys, and I think the whole thing's over. I get to go home, play video games. But then they're like, okay, get in the car.
No.
Yes. I thought I was going to go home and play Grand Theft Auto, but now I got to live the video game. So I get in the back seat of my car and they put their gun at my head. And I like my head. I love where it's at. So I try not to speak up. But the weirdest thing happens. These guys start making small talk. They're like, hey, where do you work? What's the food like there? Hey, what do you want me to say? Come in sometime, I'll hook you up? No, if you're hungry, there's a granola bar in my glove box. So I finally realize what's going on, because I know it's my first time being robbed and kidnapped. But it's also their first time robbing and kidnapping someone. So it's like, I gotta do something special here. So I decide to ask for my wallet back, which I don't think should be a problem because I was voted most persuasive in high school. So they end up giving me back my wallet. And they pull over the car, and they're just like, get out, run, you'll never see us again. Dude, I could have told you guys that. And I got out of my car, and then I watched it drive away with the hazard lights on. Just kind of like a big, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There's things that happened on the next day of that story, but y'all stuck with me on it, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to get out of here. I've been Sam Brillhart. Thank you so much.
Thank you. One more time to say Brillhart, guys. Wonderful, guys. We have two more acts for you tonight. They do the same amount of time as the comics, but they're musical acts. We do that from time to time, and it's awesome. I'm really honored to have them here tonight. Welcome to stage our first